Welcome to another VLRP lesson. Today's lesson is on grade 8 IFAL, and the topic is future, present, and past continuous tense. My name is Ntempanya. I welcome you all. Teachers, once again, will get a link and a QR code to the Microsoft quiz, which must be shared with learners. The future continuous tense is formed with the words will and be plus the present participle of the verb. Unlike most other verb tenses, you do not need to conjugate any verbs to match person, number, or gender. For example, we normally use shall, but in this instance, it is still correct to use will as an auxiliary verb. The following is the structure of the sentence in continuous tense. Let's have a look at it. We have the subject, the point of view, and the present auxiliary will be will in present tense and would in past tense, followed by be and the present participle which stays with ing or ends with ing, like in any other continuous tenses. The simple future tense indicates an intention to do something in the future. It does not refer to a continuous action over a specific period of time in the future. For an example, this is an example of a future tense. But remember, we are focusing on the present and past future continuous. But now, where is the difference? In simple future tense, we say you are indicating an intention to do something in the future. But let us look at the future continuous tense. It is a verb tense that shows an action happening over a period of time in the future. The following sentence indicates an action continuing over a specific period of time in the future. For example, in present future continuous tense, the example will be, I will be dancing all night, while in the past future continuous tense, it will read, I would be dancing all night. Look at the changes that we effected. In present, we used will, while in past tense, we use would for these two examples that I put up on the presentation. The future continuous tense also shows more certainty than the simple future tense does. We use the future continuous tense for action we know will happen, while for simple future tense, the action is, we know that the action is less likely to happen. So we are uncertain about the action. This is a classical example between the difference between the future continuous and the simple future. Look at this sentence. They will be promoting me on Friday as compared to they will promote me on Friday. The first sentence indicates that the action we know will happen. This is the action. They will be promoting me on Friday that we know will happen. While they will promote me on Friday is a statement or an action that indicates that it is less likely to happen. So therefore, this is where the difference comes in. So in future, when you are asked to rewrite the sentence in future continuous, remember you have to have a present participle ending up with ing, before that be and will. So the word order will be the subject, the auxiliary verb will, plus be, and then the present participle promoting. While the difference in simple future tense, the word order takes the form of subject, the auxiliary. Now we don't have what? The be, and our tense is not in, it is not a participle, but it's a simple present. Can you see? It does not have an ing. So remember, with future continuous, we have will be promoting, while in simple future is will promote. When using the future continuous tense with negatives, insert the word not after will and before be. Look at this statement. This is the positive statement. She will be joining us this evening. Now, I want you to rewrite it as a negative sentence. We start with she will and immediately add not be joining us this evening. Once you add not after will and before be, then it becomes a what? A negative statement. For positive sentences, if the subject is a pronoun, use a contraction with the subject and the word will. This is the subject and this is the word will. Now we want to do what? To use a contraction. This is the contraction. She will be coming. She will be coming. Now we are going to contract she will using the what? The apostrophe. Then we have she apostrophe be coming around the lake. Look at the position of the apostrophe between E and the first letter L. The same here, the apostrophe is put between the subject I and the first letter L. The subject she and the first letter L. That's where the apostrophe should be when you write the sentence as a contraction. For negative sentences, instead of using a contraction in the subject, use the contraction want for will not. How so? She will be coming around the lake. Now, she will not, instead of saying she will not, we use the contraction want. We contract will not into want. She will not be coming around the lake. I will be sleeping until noon. I will not, I won't be sleeping until noon. Look at the position of the apostrophe here. When we contract will not, the position of the apostrophe comes, the apostrophe comes between and T. Therefore, this word is being shortened into want by using the what? The apostrophe. When using the future continuous tense in a question, the subject comes after will and before be. She will be coming around the lake. Now we are going to put what? Will. First, we start with will, and then the subject she, and then be, then we continue for what? Present participle, around the lake. And remember, we have to use what? The question mark to justify that this is a question. Will she be coming around the lake? Yes, she will be coming around the lake. Timothy will be sleeping until noon. Now ask a question. Will Timothy be sleeping until noon? Remember what he said? The subject comes after will. Here is the subject, here is the subject, here is will after that, and before be. Here is our be, and here is our subject, here is our subject, before be. For negative questions, we typically use the contractions want to replace will not if the subject is a pronoun. In cases in which a sentence starts with a common or proper noun, the subject comes after will and before be. She will not be coming around the lake. Won't he be coming around the lake? Timothy will not be sleeping until noon. Will Timothy not be sleeping until noon? Make sure that when you use a pronoun, we start with a what? With a contraction want, followed by the subject, be, and the present participle. While when we're using a common or a proper noun, we start with the participle, we start with the auxiliary will, followed by the noun, Timothy. Then we add not, then followed by be, sleeping until tonight, or this the noon. Remember to justify your question by using the what? the question marks. Thank you very much for joining this lesson. I hope that you have learned something new today. See you next time. And what follows is our QR code.